Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1801, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. Which accessory, created as a functional replacement for pockets because women's clothing lacked them, later became a fashion item? Handbag, purse. Which band took its name from a character in the 1968 sci-fi film Barbarella? Duran Duran. In which U.S. state is Rolling Rock Lager brewed? Pennsylvania. In Einstein's equation E equals mc squared, what does the C stand for? The speed of light in a vacuum. Goldfish have 4 color receptors, humans have 3, and the mantis shrimp has 10. Where in the body are these receptors found? Eyes. In 10-pin bowling, what is the term for knocking down all 10 pins in a single frame using both rolls? Spare. Which 1980s TV series portrayed the lives of students at a performing arts high school? Fame. What currency does Nauru use? Australian dollar. Which legendary Hollywood cowboy was born Leonard Sly in 1912? Roy Rogers. How many stars appear on the national flag of Brazil, representing the night sky over Rio de Janeiro? 27. Which city did Union General William Tecumseh Sherman burn in 1864 during the American Civil War? Atlanta. Which famous McDonald's item, introduced in 1979 and known for including a toy, became the chain's signature children's meal? The Happy Meal. Which American songwriting and producing duo wrote and produced the Coasters hits Searching, Yakety Yak, Charlie Brown, and Poison Ivy? Jerry Leiber and Mike Stoller. Who wrote the poem Anthem for Doomed Youth? Wilfred Owen. Which Native American woman, daughter of Chief Powhatan, is best known for her association with the Jamestown colony and for marrying English colonist John Rolfe? Pocahontas Matoaka. Which actress was sued for backing out of her role in the film Boxing Helena? Kim Basinger. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, which word represents the letter U? Uniform. Which industrial hazard is associated with the phrase, mad as a hatter? Mercury poisoning. Which John Wayne Western was described by a critic as a grand hotel on wheels? Stagecoach. Which famous Mongol leader is sometimes said to have died in bed while having sex? Genghis Khan. Which animated Disney film features Danny DeVito as the voice of the character Phil? Hercules. Who was the first person to reach the summit of the Matterhorn in 1865? Edward Whymper. Who is the founder of the Salvation Army? William Booth. At which battle did Admiral Horatio Nelson famously put a telescope to his blind eye and ignore an order to withdraw? The Battle of Copenhagen, 1801. In Ukrainian tradition, finding a spider's web in your home on Christmas morning is considered a sign of what? Good luck. On a standard six-sided die, which number is opposite the 5? 2. Which character in the 1994 film Forrest Gump famously loved shrimp? Forrest Gump. Which island, located in southeastern New York, is the largest island in the contiguous United States? Long Island. Which branch of mathematics deals with rates of change, the slopes of curves, and finding maximum and minimum values of functions? Calculus. Under badminton's traditional service scoring system, how many points were required to win a men's singles or doubles game? 15 points. Which country won its first FIFA World Cup in 1958? Brazil. What 1968 science fiction film inspired the name of the band Duran Duran? Barbarella. Which recreational activity invented by Garnet Carter in 1926 near Chattanooga, Tennessee, is played on small-scale courses? Miniature golf. Who wrote A Brief History of Time, first published in 1988? Stephen Hawking. What is the most abundant element in the universe? Hydrogen. What is the world's largest enclosed inland body of water by area? Caspian Sea. What is the birth name of the rock musician known professionally as Alice Cooper? Vincent Damon Furnier. Created in 1782 by George Washington as the badge of military merit, what is the oldest U.S. military decoration now awarded to those wounded or killed in action? Purple Heart. Who became the 15th President of the United States in 1857? James Buchanan. From 1977 to 2011, Libya's national flag was unique for being a single solid color. Which color was it? Green. What was the first major book printed by Johannes Gutenberg after he developed the movable type printing press? The Gutenberg Bible, the 42-line Bible. At age 45, who became the oldest boxer to win the world heavyweight title? George Foreman. Which 1928 Walt Disney cartoon is widely credited as the first to feature synchronized sound? Steamboat Willie. In 1995, the IAF officially began recognizing women's competition in which track and field event? Pole vault. What is the main ingredient in a dish served à la Chantilly? Whipped cream. Who is the author of the 1912 novel The Lost World? Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Which mythical continent is said to have sunk beneath the ocean? Atlantis. How was William the Conqueror related to King Stephen of England? Maternal grandfather. Which Roman leader is credited with the famous phrase Veni, Vidi, Vici, translated as I came, I saw, I conquered? Julius Caesar. What is the name of the phobia characterized by an intense fear of being alone? Monophobia, also known as autophobia. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.